YouTube! What is going on, people? What is going on? Brilliant victory, fantastic away win, as you can see, as I go over to the tactics board. Oh, 3-0 full time. I'm gassed. I know it's only Watford, but it was a tricky away game. They drew with us 3-3 last season. But you know what? We had a whole different back line barring Lovren. Had Gomez started next to Van Dijk, there would have been one remaining defender from last season. That would have been Trent Alexander-Arnold. But because Lovren started, he was alongside Motm in the game last season. So yes, it was a clean sheet, and rightly so. So that is Liverpool's best defensive start to a season ever now. Remarkable, fantastic. Started off slow, tried to, take our time, not go too gung-ho, build up the pressure slowly, and second half, midway through, the boys really turned it on. If you haven't had a listen to the preview video, go and check it. But I'm going to continue from where I left off in that video. So these are the formations that I thought both teams would maybe put out for this game. So let's start with Watford. I thought it was going to go with Success, Deulofeu, Pereira, Hughes, Chalobah, Decore, Holebas, Cathcart, Mariappa, Fmela and Foster in goal. Liverpool being Alisson, Trent Alexander-Arnold at right back, Lovren centre back with Van Dijk and Robertson left back. Wijnaldum, Henderson, Akita across the middle, Shaqiri just in front with Salah and Mane up top. That's what I would have liked Klopp to go with. I kind of was thinking that Klopp may have given Keita a bit of game time or maybe started him. That wasn't to be. I also thought Shaqiri would start. He did start, but not in the way I would have liked him to start. I'm just hoping one day Klopp does just go with this formation. He's finding it hard to leave Firmino out, and that's understandable because he scored, and that's a good thing. On the bench, as you can see, it was Oxlade-Chamberlain. Those that didn't make this matchday squad, Origi, Solanke, Klein, Lallana wasn't included due to injury, and obviously Matip. Substitute bench, Mignolet, Gomez, Moreno, Fabinho, Milner, Firmino and Sturridge. So guys, let's go across to the actual starting lineups. And we are back, guys. First of all, we're going to start off with Watford's formation. They made a few changes from a preview video. They brought in Dini for Success. They brought in Messina for Holebas. And also they brought in Capoue for Chalobah. They were the three distinctive changes that strengthened the Watford side. I thought they would go with Chalobah because he's just that bit more of a holding midfielder. But they wanted a bit more forward vision, so they've opted to play Capoue. Obviously, Dini's their captain, their influence, their boy. He was always going to come in over Success. And obviously, I think we had an injury at left back for Holebas, who scored last game, and Messina took over at left back, and he wasn't too bad in fairness. So that was Watford's starting 11. Their substitutions, they only made two. They made two substitutions. They took off Deulofeu and brought on Isaac Success on the 57th minute mark. And obviously Andre Gray came on for Will Hughes on 75 minutes. They were the only substitutions Watford made. So now that's out the way, let's fly across to our victorious bunch, Liverpool FC. And we're going to start with our injury list. As you know, it's my guy, Oxlade-Chamberlain. He's still sitting on that thing, keeping nice and warm. And then we have the players who didn't quite make the squad. And these are Joe Gomez. Rumour has it that he picked up a little something in training. And Klopp wants him for the PSG game, so left him out of this one. Adam Lallana, it's pretty routine for him, but I think he's got a little bit of an injury as well. And then obviously Moreno. Alberto Moreno never made the squad, which was interesting because he was quite a regular figure on that bench. So guys, yeah, let's fly across to our substitutions bench. And as expected, it was Naby Keita, Fabinho was there, James Milner was there, Daniel Sturridge was there, Nathaniel Klein made an appearance on the bench, Simon Mignolet and Joel Matip. There were some surprise inclusions. Joel Matip got to see some wood, and so did Nathaniel Klein. He's been out of the equation for some time now. Could this mean that Klopp is more happier with his performances. Maybe he's up to the standards, the fast pace we're playing at, the intensity. Maybe he's finding something. Maybe Klopps seeing something. Maybe, it's a Christmas period. Maybe he's, half an hour somewhere in some game. Maybe Burnley or something. Who knows? But it's interesting. I like Klein. I'm hoping Klein can get back to the Klein of his peak old days, So yeah, let's fire into our actual starting lineup now. And that is Alisson in goal, Trent Alexander-Arnold right back, Van Dijk and Lovren in the middle, Robertson left back, Jordan Henderson and Wijnaldum centre midfield holding, Firmino, Shaqiri, Mane and Salah up top. So it was a 4-2-3-1 formation, a lot different to what I predicted, be it the same personnel or, the odd change here or there. I got the back four correct. We went with Trent, Lovren, Van Dijk and Robertson. I included Keita in a three-man midfield, but it turned out it was just Wijnaldum and Henderson. Shaqiri stayed on the right, Salah up top, Firmino in the 10, and Sadio Mane in his usual space on the left. So that was the 4-2-3-1 of Liverpool. Let's go to some ratings now. Alisson, he made some great saves. I'm going to give him, for what he saved, I don't think he was solid, and give him a 9. Lovren and Van Dijk, I thought it was okay. I'm going to give those guys a 7. Trent, I'm going to give Trent a 9. I thought he was a 9. Am I going to give him a 9? 7, but because of his awesome free kick, he gets an 8. No, 8.5. I'm going to give him an 8.5. Robertson, as usual, impeccable. I'm going to give Robertson an 8. Jordan Henderson, I thought he done really well. I thought his red card was unlucky. I think it's ridiculously easy to get red cards now, double yellows. I think it's stupid. How is that ever a yellow card? This game is turning into non-contact sport. It's ridiculous. No wonder why Jose is just hanging around mid-table, because his style and his whole ethic of how he wants to play the game has slowly crept out and gone out of fashion. That physical approach, holding off a player, bullying them, little kicks here and there. Any little bit of contact now is literally a yellow card. It's retarded. It really is. I don't understand it. I don't get it. I don't really think that was a yellow card, but hey, I'm not a referee. I'm not fully trained, so I guess it is a yellow card. He does the simple things. He retains possession, unlike against Arsenal, where Fabinho's being caught out constantly. Van Dijk and Lovren, or Van Dijk and Gomez, or Lovren and Gomez, or even the wing-backs, or full-backs, they are content in playing the ball into both Jordan Henderson and Wijnaldum. You need that from a holding midfielder. You need that from your DM. If your DM can't do that, how are you going to retain possession? It's what Fernandinho does for fun. Backwards, sideways, backwards, sideways, backwards, sideways, boom! Then they go. I'm fed up of all these bullshit supporters talking about, he passes backwards all the time. He passes sideways all the time. Dude, have you ever played football? Have you ever been part of a team that is possession-based? Fuck off. Like, seriously, it's ridiculous. These fans coming out here, there and everywhere from their armchairs. Can't do one. It really pisses me off. So anyway, I felt Jordan Henderson had a real good match up until the red card. But you know what? The job was done. Caught them on a counter-attack with the last goal. What was it? 89th minute we scored? Amazing. Brilliant. Fantastic. So I'm going to give Jordan Henderson a 7. Would have been an 8, but for the red card, drops down to a 7. Just one of them things. It happens. He's going to miss the Everton game. 1 match suspension, I think it is. 2 yellows. Straight reds 3. I think I'm right. Might be 2, but I think it's a 1 match ban. But hey ho, I mean, I'm a little gutted for that because, he is captain. He knows what a derby is all about. He's learnt from the best in Stevie G. Captain fantastic. It's not great that we don't have him for that match. A lot of fans will be happy and proud, but I think he improves our possession-based game hugely. But otherwise, if we're talking about man for man, we do have enough to beat Everton, without a doubt. Fabinho will come in, probably, or maybe Milner will come in. Personally, for me, I reckon I'd prefer Milner, Wijnaldum in the 2, if Klopp decides to play a 4-2-3-1. But who knows? Wijnaldum played the through ball into Robertson for the last goal, I think it was, who got the cross in. Brilliant, 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 brilliant. Dribbled it out, played it into Robertson. Robertson down the wing, beats the defender, the rest is history. Solid 8 for Wijnaldum today. Wijnaldum was equally effective both ways. Shaqiri today, a little quiet. but starting and coming on as a sub, it's a big thing. It's not so easy to start a game and have the effect that you have when you come on as a substitute. The game is 3/4 of the way through. You are fully fresh. Your left back is, practically knackered. It's rare you change left backs unless there's an injury. You will naturally shine or get in there somewhere and do something special. But he was in and amongst the game today. He had a good game. No assists or goals. It's not the end of the world. He did add substance to this team. Watford kept it quite solid and strong and compact. Struggled a little in the first half, although I don't think we really went for it in the first half. I think it was about managing maybe trying to pick off a goal. We had chances. We should have been at least 2-0 up, in my opinion, in the first half. But once again, our front three missed the opportunities that our midfield supplies them. Remember what I said there, guys, that our midfield supplies them. Because the front three don't get chances unless our fullbacks or our midfield play the ball in. In order for them to have opportunities and score, it's coming from the midfield. That counts as creativity. If our attackers then score, it's a midfield assist. Does that make sense? I think it does. But they kept missing today, and so the second half started at 0-0. I'm going to give Shaqiri a 7. Firmino got his goal. He would have been a 7, but I'm going to go for an 8. Mane was random throughout the game. I'm going to give Mane a 7. Should have scored 1 or 2. So yeah, Shaqiri, Mane a 7. I thought Salah was okay today. I thought he was good, got his goal. I'm going to give him an 8 as well. So there were the ratings. As you know, there was a red card. Henderson, 82nd minutes. He had a yellow in the 60th minute. It was a second yellow in 82. Obviously, 2 yellows is a red. We had no injuries this game, as far as I'm aware. There was no penalty decisions either. And Klopps' substitutions were Mohamed Salah came off on 86 minutes for Fabinho. Roberto Firmino came off 92nd minute for Joe Matip. And Xherdan Shaqiri came off 74th minute for James Milner. And then obviously we had no striker, brought on Joe Matip, Fabinho, Wijnaldum and Milner sat in front of the back four with just Mane up top, I believe it was, for the last 2 or 3 minutes. Man of the match, I went with Naby Keita in my preview. Unfortunately, I didn't get to see him play. Hopefully next week or midweek in France. But I don't think he's going to play against PSG. I'm a bit worried about him, to be honest. I'm not really sure what's going on there. I can't lie. Fabinho is definitely stepped ahead of him. My goal scorers, I went for the front three from my preview. Firmino, Salah and Mane. It's not hard to get 2 of them right, I suppose. So yeah, overall, I'm quite happy with that prediction. It's not a bad effort, is it, guys? Come on. Out of all the times I don't really get it right, I can smile this time. It's all good. So guys, that is the full-time post-match preview of Watford versus Liverpool. Now we move on to Champions League in Paris against Paris Saint-Germain. We cannot lose. I think it's going to be quite a steady approach, unfortunately. We're going to play on a counter-attack. I don't know if it's good to invite pressure from PSG. I don't know, but then you know what? We do have Mane, Salah and Firmino, so it might work in our favour. I mean, if we could get an early goal, yeah. I'm confident we can turn Napoli over at Anfield. Basically, just not to lose. So guys, if you want to leave any comments or anything, you got an opinion or anything, feel free, don't be shy. The comment section is there. Criticism, whatever you want, positives, suggestions. So anyways, guys, that's me out of here. I've been Red Mist, LFC Ninja. Follow me on Twitter or something. It's a brand new Twitter account, so don't be expecting to see thousands and thousands of followers. It's literally like months old. This is a whole new fan channel, a whole new thing. I like doing it. It's fun. It's my free time when I'm not working. I can't do every single game. But guys, as I said before, I've been Red Mist at LFC Ninja. We will see you in Paris. Let's do this, people. 3-0. 3-0.